Good morning, sir.
Very good morning, dear students. Am I audible?
Sir, you are audible, but your voice is very low.
Okay, now?
Now it's good, sir.
Okay. Uh, so in last lab, I said you people to email me for initial 3 experiments. And even regarding that particular information, I have mentioned that thing in our chat window too. And based on that, I have received few emails from your end. So first we will go through it and then we will start today's laboratory session.
Very good morning, students. Are you able to hear me? Okay. Kush, where are the other students? Okay, fine. Kush, आपने last experiment जो करे हो तो आप प्रमाण है ना?
Okay, I have received one mail from Gaurav. Gaurav? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So aim object first experiment to understand the working principle of RTD, objective theory. Gaurav, it is fine. You have explained each and everything nicely with beautiful diagrams. Even graphs are there.
Yes, sir.
What about third experiment?
The
Is
third
it
half I have done. Left.
okay? Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Nice one. So remaining experiment, you can email me in the same mail. Okay. So reply me or forward me. You can click anyone, and you can consider reply me. If you're considering that kind of thing, then attach other email over here. Okay, other experiments over here. So follow the same thread. Okay, Gaurav?
Yes, sir.
Rishi. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Nice one. Very clear handwriting. observation table, even graphs are there. LVDT. Okay. Nice one, Rishi.
Thank you, sir.
34 number.
Yes, sir.
What about you, dear?
Sir, I have completed 2 experiments. I am currently writing the third one. As soon as I complete it, I'll send it to you.
You can email me 2 experiments right now. Third, you
Uh,
can email me later on. Let
okay,
me
sir.
go through first 2 experiments.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
I'm waiting for your email.
Yes, sir.
45 number.
Yes, sir.
What about you?
Sir, I have texted you. Sir, sir, I have texted my problem regarding things on MS Teams.
Okay. Uh, complete the remaining thing.
Yes, sir.
Once you are done, please let me know.
By tomorrow, okay?
Yes, sir.
As it's a working day, that is why I am telling you, you can submit me tomorrow morning before 10:30,
Okay, sir.
and you can email me. 36 number.
Yes, sir.
What about you, dear? What's your name?
सर धीरज नाम है मेरा. I will send you by tomorrow 10:30 before tomorrow, sir. No.
That instruction was not for you, dear.
Yes, sir, but
Hmm? What was the
sir,
issue?
I am doing, sir. सर वो थोड़ी सर्दी खांसी हो गई है ना तो डॉक्टर ने टेस्ट किया.
Okay. So I'm expecting that tomorrow you
Yes,
and 45 number, both of you are going to send me first 4, not first 3. First 4. I repeat. Okay, 45 number and 36 number.
okay, sir.
Okay.
Hello, Push. Hello, Push. Summarize. Push. आपने एक्सपेरिमेंट एक पण सबमिट नहीं किया. हाँ, ते एक पण एक्सपेरिमेंट सबमिट नहीं किया.
I have shared my screen with you people. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today it's our sixth laboratory turn in which all of you are there. Okay. In one or two laboratory turn, all of you were absent. So today we are going to do strain gauge. Okay, we are going to go for the strain gauge. It is one type of transducer, and we are going to understand working principle of that transducer. Is it fine?
Sure, sir.
I'm preparing colorful PPTs for you people so that you can enjoy presentation and your interest. 46 number. 46 number.
Yes, sir.
What about your file?
Oh,
Hello? You can speak.
it is left.
You are not audible. Speak clearly. 46 number, I am talking to you.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes?
Yes, sir. It is left
So tomorrow I will check, okay?
experimentally. Okay, sir.
And first two experiments you can email me right now. Okay. So it's experiment number 5, strain gauge. I have placed one nice animated video for you people so that we are having some sort of base, so it will create easiness in the understanding. Okay, so I'm starting my presentation with one small video clip in which, with the help of nice animation, strain gauge is explained. Okay, so first have a look on this video and then we will start further.
If you find this video interesting, then please like and share it. Also, leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for notifications.
The next transducer that we will study is strain gauge. A strain gauge is a passive transducer which converts the mechanical elongation and compression into the resistance change. We know that the resistance is given as R equals rho into L upon A. Strain gauge uses the property that change in the length and area of cross-section of a wire changes its resistance. The characteristics of the strain gauge are measured in terms of a gauge factor, which is defined as a unit change in resistance per unit change in length of the strain gauge wire. It is given by a formula GF equals dR upon R upon dL upon L, where R equals resistance of the gauge wire in ohms, dR equals change in resistance of a wire in ohms, L equals length of a wire in unstressed condition in meters, dL equals change in length of a wire in stressed condition in meters. Strain gauges are mainly classified into two types, such as semiconductor gauge and a wire gauge. Wire gauge is again subdivided into three types as bonded, unbonded, and foil type strain gauge. We will only focus on bonded strain gauge. These gauges are bonded with cement to the surface. The shape of the wire grid can be square, rectangular, circular, etc. Bonded strain gauge has two leads for external connections which are isolated from each other. As the gauge wire changes its length, its resistance changes, and corresponding change in resistance gives us the required output.
If you find this video interesting, then please like and share. Also, leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for notifications.
Should I play it again? Dear student, should I play it again? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Should I play it again?
Mm, yes, sir. Once.
Okay.
You can share it. Also, leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for notifications.
The next transducer that we will study is strain gauge. A strain gauge is a passive transducer which converts the mechanical elongation and compression into the resistance change. We know that the resistance is given as R equals rho into L upon A. Strain gauge uses the property that change in the length and area of cross-section of a wire changes its resistance. The characteristics of the strain gauge are measured in terms of a gauge factor, which is defined as a unit change in resistance per unit change in length of the strain gauge wire. It is given by a formula GF equals dR upon R upon dL upon L, where R equals resistance of the gauge wire in ohms, dR equals change in resistance of a wire in ohms, L equals length of a wire in unstressed condition in meters, dL equals change in length of a wire in stressed condition in meters. Strain gauges are mainly classified into two types, such as semiconductor gauge and a wire gauge. Wire gauge is again subdivided into three types as bonded, unbonded, and foil type strain gauge. We will only focus on bonded strain gauge. These gauges are bonded with cement to the surface. The shape of the wire grid can be square, rectangular, circular, etc. Bonded strain gauge has two leads for external connections which are isolated from each other. As the gauge wire changes its length, its resistance changes, and corresponding change in resistance gives us the required output.
If you find this video interesting,
Okay. Now let me move ahead. So basically, today we are going to learn about one transducer. Is it active or passive? Rishi, is it active or passive transducer? Hello? Hello? Rishi? $45 number? Yesha?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it active or passive? Is it active
Sir, can
transducer
you
or strain gauge is active transducer or passive transducer? Active or passive? Because video is started with that discussion. Hello?
Hello? Yes, sir. It is passive.
What is difference between active and passive? $35 number?
sir.
Differentiate between active transducer and passive transducer.
So it might be active transducer, sir. Mean it will be directly proportional,
No,
and passive would be not directly proportional.
one requires external power supply while second doesn't require external power supply. Okay.
Yes, sir.
In today's presentation, we are going to see in pre-test, theory, simulator based simulation through virtual lab link. So its aim of today's experiment to understand the working principle of the strain gauge. Objective: by learning this experiment, we are going to fulfill various objectives which are listed below. Plot the characteristic of strain gauge, understand the effect of various parameters on the strain gauge performance. Okay, we are going to plot characteristics, output characteristics. We will give some input. Based on that, we will observe it outputs, and we will say whether it is linear, non-linear. Okay, and other parameters like temperature. Okay, temperature can be considered as a one parameter. Even if we are going to change the material, in that case also our output will change. So here pre-test is given, so that pre-test you can take after laboratory session. Even answers are provided over here for your understanding. So basically stress, if you are going to see this particular image, you will find that it's a stress, but it is not the stress which we are discussing right now. It is a stress at workplace. Consider you are working with any electronics company or IT company. I said electronics because in electronics, it is not the case that you are supposed to make hardware over there. Too many softwares are there on which you can do some programming. Even too many circuit simulators are there. In for that you can do circuit making. So the image which is shown over here, it represents stress at workplace. Stress at workplace. Okay, but we are not talking about this particular stress. We are talking about another stress. Okay, so that definition is provided over here in this slide. Stress is the force generated inside an object in response to an applied external force. Consider it's a submission time. Your faculty is asking you to do submission of so and so thing. Assignments are pending. Quizzes are there. Okay, so at that time you will feel stress. Okay, that is mental stress. But consider any object. Okay, so in industrial application, when pressure is applied, external force is applied to an object, stress gets generated inside an object. Okay, this internal force divided by the cross-sectional area. Internal force in response to the external stress divided by the cross-sectional area of the object is called as a stress. And basically stress is measured in terms of Pascal. Pascal is a unit of stress, and its another unit is Newton per meter square. Newton per meter square. Okay, If the direction of the external force is vertical to the cross-sectional area, the stress is called vertical stress. I repeat, if the direction of the external force is vertical to the cross-sectional area, the stress is called as a vertical stress. Over here, one equation is provided. That equation is called as a Poisson's ratio. Okay, each material has a certain ratio of lateral strain to longitudinal strain. This ratio is called as a Poisson's ratio. Okay, it is denoted by capital V. Capital V is nothing but Poisson's ratio. Okay, and del E transverse upon del E axial. Okay, lateral strain upon longitudinal strain. So transverse strain upon longitudinal strain, or stretching upon compression. Either you can stretch that material or you can compress that material. Okay, so based on the positive or negative compression or axial tension, okay, if compression is there, then it may be negative. If expansion is there, okay, then it is positive. Okay, and value of the Poisson's ratio is directly proportional to the strain. So we can find the stress in the material if we can find the strain initiated by the external force. Here, just have a look on these two images. It's a real images of strain gauge. I hope it is clearly visible in your screen. Is it visible, dear students? Are you able to see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically over here, let me highlight few things. So consider first terminal, second terminal. Okay, this yellow color portion is a metal. Okay, this yellow color portion is a metal. In that metal, this strain gauge is designed in a special shape. So this kind of shape can be there. Even another shape, spiral shape can be there. Circular shape can be there. Too many shapes are possible, and based on those shapes, they are offering different amount of accuracy, sensitivity, precision. Okay, so we can have proper output by looking towards this pattern. Okay, so if you are going to see the strain gauge, even at our institute we are having that kit. So if you are going to look towards that strain gauge, you will find that it is quite similar to the metallic scale, but that metallic scale contain this kind of wire. You can consider this wire. Okay, inside the metallic scale. Okay, next. So strain gauge sometimes referred as a strain gauge. Okay, it is a sensor whose resistance varies with applied force. So it is a resistive sensor or resistive transducer. It converts force, pressure, tension, weight, etc. into the change in the electrical resistance, which can then be measured when external force is applied to a stationary object. Okay, the stress and strain are the result. The stress, it's a definition of the stress. Stress is defined as the object's internal resisting forces, and strain is defined as the displacement and deformation that occurs. Okay, so the strain is one of the most important sensor of the electrical measurement technique applied to the measurement of mechanical quantities. As their name indicates, they are used for the measurement of strain. Okay, they are used for the measurement of the strain. As a technical term, strain consists of tensile and compressive strain. Tensile, just we have seen over here. Okay, it may be compression or expansion. So tensile and compressive strain distinguished by positive or negative sign. Okay, so expansion as well as contraction. So strain can be caused by forces, pressures, moments, heat, structural changes of the material, and other parameters too. Okay, so experimental stress analysis uses the strain values measured on the surface specimen or structural part to the state stress in the material and also to predict the safety and endurance. So consider bridges. Okay, bridge structure. Consider Sardar Bridge on the Narmada River. Okay, so what civil engineers are going to do? They are going to put various strain gauges in the bridge and they are going to measure the stress, and through which they can have an idea about the lifespan or even structure of the bridge. Okay, so special transducers can be designed for measurement of forces and other derived quantities. Other derived quantities means moments, pressures, accelerations. Consider your mobile phone. Mobile phone contain accelerometer as well as gyroscope. Okay, so whenever you are playing a game in your mobile phone, at that time if you are going to tilt your mobile, then object is going to move in that particular direction. That is possible due to only accelerometer or gyroscope. Now over here, varieties of strain gauges are there. First one is mechanical. Okay, so in mechanical, if that metallic part or plastic part, if over there, if crack occurs, in that case, we can have idea about the strain. Second is the electrical. Electrical is widely used. Consider our laboratory. In our laboratory, we are using electrical transducer. As I was explaining, electrical transducer since beginning of this particular lab experiment. Third one is piezoelectric. I hope you people are aware about quartz. Quartz is available in wristwatches or even wall clock. Okay, so piezoelectric strain gauges are having quartz inside it or similar type of other piezoelectric material. Okay, so whenever pressure is applied at that time, vibrations gets created, or if vibrations are there, then electric current gets created. Okay, so these three types of strain gauges are widely used. Okay, so electrical transducer based strain gauge we are going to use over here. One end is connected at fixed structure, at another end we will give some pressure or stress. Okay, and due to that, conductor's geometry will change. Okay, conductor's geometry means length of the wire will change. Okay, and due to that, it may become narrower and longer. Okay. Due to that, resistance of the material will change. Okay, and due to that, output will change. So to find that particular thing, one term is the gauge factor. The characteristics of the strain gauge are described in terms of sensitivity or gauge factor. Okay, gauge factor is defined as the unit change in the resistance per unit change in the length of the strain gauge wire given as gauge factor is nothing but the change in the resistance caused by the strain upon the resistance of unreformed gauge. Okay, and epsilon is the strain. So in calculation, we are calculating gauge factor. Now, next is effect of the temperature. Temperature consider temperature. Okay, so temperature can affect resistance. Am I right? So if material is temperature sensitive, in that case, it may affect the output. Okay, so effect of the temperature is there. Second is arrangement. Okay, consider weighing machine at our home. Okay, so over there the varieties of arrangement can be there. First is a quarter bridge. So probably you people are aware about Western Bridge. Am I right? Are you aware about Western Bridge? Are you aware about Western Bridge? '43 number.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware about Western Bridge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So similar way Western Bridge is shown over here. Is one resistive arm we are creating strain gauge. Okay. So it is a quarter bridge. Second is a half bridge where at two different resistive arm we are collecting two different strain gauges. Okay. And due to which we can balance the strain. And even in full bridge, at 4 ratio arm, we are collecting strain gauges. Okay. So in certain applications where equal and opposite strains are known to exist, it is possible to attach similar gauges in where that one gauge experiences positive strain and other negative strain. So depending on the number of gauges used in the bridge, one can be quarter bridge, second can be half bridge, and third can be full bridge. Okay, so through which we can have balance in the gauges. Okay, now VLAB simulation. Is there any confusion, dear students, in this discussion? Dear students, is there any confusion to anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. So now let us move towards VLAB simulation. I have shared my screen with you people. Dear students, is it visible? Hello?
Visible, sir.
Okay. So strain gauge, okay. So aim, pre-test, theory. So I have prepared this PPT specially for you people, and in PPT I have covered each and everything. Okay. Now let us move to the simulator. Simulator. Okay. So material, consider copper. Okay. Consider input voltage 10. So over here through the nice animation you can see that bridge is getting configured. So its battery is connected over here. 10 kg is mentioned. Are you able to see the 10 kg, dear students? Hello? Yes, sir. Okay. Now resistance. Okay. I'm considering 1000. So bridge is getting formed. Okay. Now it's a quarter bridge. As I have explained in the PPT, quarter bridge it can be half bridge, it can be half opposite arm bridge, or even you can consider full bridge configuration, dear students. And then let us select some gauge factor. So I'm selecting gauge factor 2. Okay, value of the gauge factor is 2. So one pop-up window will be there and it will tell me whether I should configure it. Yes, I want to configure it. So let us proceed for this configuration. I'm clicking on yes. Okay. Now over here, varieties of weights are available. Okay. So consider 1 kg. Okay. And over here, one formula is given. Okay. Based on this formula, we can find the gauge factor. Okay. So based on that, I'm considering various values. So answer is 5.02. If we want to plot some graph, so I'm selecting other values. That value is 10.04. Considering 20.08. Answer is 20.09. and I am submitting it. So, and once I am giving 3 observation, I am having some output window on which graph is there. So dear student, I wish that someone should take leading role and someone should try to explain this graph. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Say something about this graph. On x-axis, weight is there, and on y-axis, output is there, output in millivolt.
So from this graph, it is visible that the weight is linear to the output.
Correct. Okay, so it shows linearity. Linearity. Okay. Now let us move ahead. Level 2. Okay. In level 2, we are worried about position. Position means consider the position of the length. Okay. Over here, if you are going to see the black rod, 4 kg weight is attached. But if I am going to change the length, position, okay, then it will move. Are you able to see it, dear students? Hello? Dear
Yes,
students,
sir.
is it visible that 4 kg weight is moving from one direction to another direction?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, so now we are going to see that thing. So over here, output, if we are going to see that output, okay, in that case also that graph is linear. Okay, now let us move to the level 3, effect of the temperature. So if I am considering 10 degree centigrade, then I am having some value based on the formula which I have already explained during the explanation. Consider 15, consider 25, consider 30, consider 40, and if I am going to plot that graph, then this graph is having, as temperature increases, output will decrease. Okay, as temperature increases, output will decrease. So inverse correlation with temperature and resistance changes. So that is from my side regarding today's laboratory, dear students. Is there any confusion to anyone?
No, sir.
No,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, let me take your attendance. And in next lab, I am going to check remaining 2 experiments. Patil, Himanshu, Himanshu, okay. The student who have not submitted first 3 experiments, they are hereby informed to submit those experiments to me by tomorrow before 10:30. Okay. One by one, you could 35, 34,
Yes,
35,
sir. And sir.
36,
Present, sir.
43,
Present, sir.
45, 46.
Present, sir.
Himanshu,
Yes, sir.
I have not received any email from your side. Huh?
No, I just mailed you. I was scanning before it, and I just mailed you.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So
Yet I have not received it. No
So
worries.
should I try once again? Again, it might be possible that you may receive two emails after some time.
Mm-hmm. So in today's, I'm just pasting that thing over here in today's laboratory. What we did.
So can I ask for something?
Yes, dear.
You please share your PPTs in Teams with us so that it would be easier for us to prepare when the final practicals may arrive.
As per my knowledge, I have already shared it with you people.
Okay, sir. I'll check it from there.
I am regularly updating each and everything on Microsoft Teams.
Okay, sir. I'll check it from there.
If you are going to see in the post in the file, I have already uploaded initial 3 experiments. Okay. And remaining, okay.
Okay.
Let me upload the remaining experiments. Just be connected with me. So remaining 2 experiments, I'm uploading it right now. Okay, thank you for joining me. Have a good time. Before next laboratory, I'm expecting that you should email me 5 experiments. Thank you. Take
Yes,
care.
sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.